What's up, gamers? How's it going? Welcome in. What's going on, Oshik? MBG, what's up? Welcome in. How's it going? How's everyone doing? Yeah. Point 13 is out. You guys have probably saw. New art that Dylan drew. Pretty epic. Yeah, it was about time that we updated all the art and stuff, because, like, you know, the old art was okay, but I don't think it really reflected what the game even was, because it was kind of, I drew it in a time before there was much gameplay, so, but yeah, I think the new art gets the idea across way better. Yeah, point 15 was a lot of work, especially just toward the end, like, I didn't get any sleep. So I do apologize for the missed stream on Wednesday and on Friday, but I was so tired, I physically could not get out of bed. It was just like, not happening. But I'm, well, to be honest, I'm still extremely tired. I did not go to bed last night, but it's okay. I'm here. So we just gotta survive 4 hours. And then I can go to sleep. Mr. Baldman, yeah. It's growing back in slowly. I was just looking at an image of what it looked like, and I was like, yeah, it's a little more now. It'll grow back pretty soon. I mean, it's not gonna take that long. I'm guessing maybe a month or two. It's only been like 3 weeks, so yeah. It'll come back pretty quick. I'm doing fine. How about you? Yeah. Doing okay, other than the sleep. I really want to get on a better sleep schedule, and like, I'm at that point where I gotta do the loop. Yeah, I'm gonna just have to stay up really as late as I can, and then get a good night's rest and get up earlier. Doing a sleeping stream? Nah. What's the point? If I'm not even here for the stream, it seems kinda... kinda stupid. We can have a yawning stream. No, I'll survive as long as I can. But if I do get really tired, then yeah, I might end stream early. We'll see. Maybe we can break that. Ooh, it's not supposed to happen. I forgot that you can break it. I just need to mark it as being permanent so that doesn't happen. Well, yeah. So today, anyways, I do want to get into dedicated server stuff because I've been wanting to do it for a while, but I think it's finally time to jump into it. We will take a look at a couple bugs here and there, like that one, because that's bad. That definitely will crash the game if that happens, so not good. We'll have to fix that. I want to watch you sleep. Nah. We'll be fine. Let's just say... Hold on. Let's say hard minimum 2 hours of stream time, and then we'll see how long we can go after. Yeah, I do apologize, guys, for missing so many streams and stuff. I hate to be so inconsistent because, you know, I hate to just make it difficult for people. You never know when I'm actually gonna be streaming and stuff. But I'm working on it. I hope that I can stop being tired. Anyways, let's go in here. So Ace did send me some new music to put into the overlays. We're gonna do that really quick. Take it easy, beat. Put that in the background folder, and we're just gonna restart really quick. I haven't listened to these ones, so we're gonna see if we can spot them, okay? If you hear one of the new ones, then scream and shout. I have to restart the overlay now. I opened it on my other monitor and it's like, it just filled the whole thing. I don't know why, what the deal is. Okay. Yeah, the chair. It's in the void, yeah. It is, I'm in the void too. Dwarf Fortress is so fun. I can't imagine a game better than this. I'll time to stop doing games, I guess. Me, whenever I play a cool, fun game. I'm like, oh man, this game's so cool. I should just stop making my own games and just play them. Because it'll never be this good. I feel that a lot sometimes with Factorio and stuff, where it's just like, man, I'm never going to be able to get Starground running as good as Factorio, but it's okay. You know, I think Starground has other strengths over Factorio. Dwarf Fortress is the best game for creative people. Yeah. I've played a little bit of Dwarf Fortress. I do have it on Steam and stuff. It's a fun game. It's just, it's kind of hard. And like, the graphics do help a lot in knowing what things are. Like, I can look at a piece of wood or a tree or something and be certain that it is a piece of wood or a tree. But I still like don't know how to play. So I gotta like learn. I gotta read some strategy guides or something. There's just a lot. It's a dense game, you know? There's so much going on. There's like freaking guys and they all have their own personalities and it's insane. It's probably one of the most complicated games I've ever seen. It's way better since the last update? Yeah. I do want to try it out again. I love games that are so addicting and fun that they consume your whole life, yeah. That's happened a lot with Factorio and then also Civ 6 for me. And Civ 5, but I've played Civ 6 more now. Yeah, those games just kind of suck you in, you know? I don't know. Okay, so let's fix some bugs here real quick, because why not? I don't know if we're going to go straight to a feature version or not. We'll see. Yeah, put down like 2 games I'd like to play. V13.1. Actually, let's just do this inside of here. Starground .13 Founders Keepers is now here. Alright, so this was the stuff I marked as necessary. So we're just going to mark this format. What do I do? Paragraph? Hey. Oh, there we go. And now we're just gonna have a list of things and like things we want to do, and then the change log. Okay, so let's go try this out just to make sure that it's broken. There's a whole guide here in the Godot docs for exporting as a dedicated server. And there's actually like a mode built for it, right? So you can just say, somewhere in here, in resource, you can say export as dedicated server. So that's going to be really interesting. I think this is going to be the way to do it. Yeah, so it's gonna be quite interesting. And this is where we can have like server startup code. So basically like what we're gonna do for the server stuff is just kind of, it's gonna be the same like code, but we're just gonna say if we're a dedicated server, bypass all the main menu stuff and just skip it all and just go straight into the game. Just say load game with whatever our thing is, right? So it'll be interesting. I'll probably have to set up like some, I mean, I guess the server is just going to be running the autosave. Like we'll figure it out. So let's load in. I got to turn off the music. I hate when I'm at that like point of tiredness where like, my eyes are having a hard time focusing. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, dedicated server time. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I think like I said at the beginning of the stream, but I was just too busy with other stuff. I think now though I think we're at a good spot for it. Point 13's kind of wrapped up and stuff, and so like I want to sprinkle in a couple little extra things I've been meaning to get to. Oh. That's not good. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen, guys. It's not supposed to break. Hey, Harry, what's up? Yeah, I saw that. You're down to minus 13,000. That's insane, man. You probably hold the record for the most crashed economy. Why are all my items there? What? Odd. Yeah, actually, what is with that? Is that just a duplicate of all my items? No, it's not. Where did those items come from? Oh, it was probably because when I broke the challenge chest, it dropped the items. No, that must be what it was. Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going until we find a vault and just, I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's also gonna do the same thing, but we're getting really unlucky with the vault spawns. I don't know what the deal is. Let's keep trying. We still haven't gotten one. Am I just getting really unlucky? Buttons can also be broken. Okay, I gotta fix that. That's not supposed to happen, man. Am I just that unlucky? Or is the game broken? Can you use Steam networking with a dedicated server? How would that work? The only time I've done client server separation was with the default Godot networking. I think I could still do it. I'm gonna have like some kind of server setting. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I mean, I think like... I think we're gonna do like a server.properties file, just because it would be, I think, a good way to do it, right? So we could have like some kind of argument in there that's like connection type, and then we could enable or whatever Steam. I mean, honestly, I don't know if it really makes sense to have a dedicated server through Steam, because the thing is like dedicated server means you need a static IP. You can't really set that up with a server, right? I don't know. It's weird with Steam. I'm probably just gonna focus mainly on like setting a static IP and stuff and port forwarding, because I mean, if you're gonna go through the trouble of a dedicated server, odds are you're fine with that. I mean, it's like Minecraft. Like, there's no weird fancy networking for that. Yeah, I don't know. We'll dive into that stuff today when we get around to it. See, I need more. I think we're gonna need more wood then. So the buttons can be broken, huh? Oh. I wonder why start is null. So apparently repair timer doesn't exist. var repair timer, I say in here. Repair timer new, add child. It's probably because I'm not inheriting. So let's go to the vault puzzle room. First off, let's just go in here. It's probably because this isn't saying super on the ready. Yep. So that should be fine. And then let's also mark this as being permanent so it doesn't break. And then same with all the other ones. So let's go to the puzzle room. Dungeon puzzle number. Dungeon puzzle pedestal. Room. So a couple things in here we need to mark. The puzzle vault. That should be permanent. And let's make sure we're calling super and stuff. Yeah, we are. All these are marked as permanent now. So that should fix all that in there. It's just an oversight. And then the other one is with the challenge. Special room challenge with the challenge pedestal. That should be permanent. Now, is the chest inside of here and stuff like a different building, or is it the same one? Yeah, challenge chest is its own building, so mark that one as permanent. The group doesn't matter. None of the group stuff really matters. Okay. We should be good to go. Hopefully none of these other ones break. Actually, these are probably set to be... I mean, these don't actually have collision, so it doesn't matter. You won't actually be able to mine these. So I'm not going to mess with those. Collision... What is this one? That's like the player collision. Alright. Navigation blocker. We should be good to go. Okay, let's try this again. That's what I was asking. I don't know if Steam has anything for setting up dedicated servers. Steam does have, like, matchmaking stuff, but, like, I don't think that they have, like, dedicated server stuff. There is a Godot Steam build for dedicated servers, but I don't really want to have to mess with that. But there is, like, if you go to the documentation or wherever, not in there, just go to home. There is the server variant, but I'm pretty sure that this is for, like, online master like centralized master servers. So stuff that, like, okay, players can run themselves. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know, it would probably work, but I'm not gonna make a whole offshoot version of the game because it's just too much work. I mean, the server will still have Steam functionality, so they can request, like, Steam player IDs and stuff, but it's just not going to do the networking through Steam. It's not a big deal. So yeah. I'm just going to go the Minecraft route with the server hosting, I think. I'll probably put a guide or something just so people can see, like, how do I actually pour forward and how do I set up the server? I want to make it extremely easy. Basically just chuck in the exe, change a text file with your settings, and then it's just good to go. And we even could set up, like, pour forwarding with UPnP, but, you know, we've done that in the past, and it didn't go very well. It crashed people's games and stuff. It wasn't, turned out to not be very good. UPnP is cool. The concept of, like, being able to pour forward and stuff without having to set it up, but doesn't actually work very well. I mean, maybe I was just doing something wrong, or it's just some weird fluke with Godot, but I don't know. It seemed like it was pretty consistently causing issues, so let's make sure this is good. Yeah, we're good now. Alright. Let's keep testing. Let's go get to the vault. Boom. I'm not seeing the vault yet. I think it's got a pretty low chance to spawn, but that's probably for the better. As we start adding in more of these special rooms and stuff, like, I think it's a good idea to start making them more rare. Just because, like, then it's more special when they actually do spawn. Okay. Oh yeah, we're good now. Okay, let's solve this one really quick. Just to make sure everything's good. It should be, but... Low tree of wisdom. Okay, number 1 is star, guys. Number 2 is ground. No, I'm joking. 4 smile, 1 star. Oh. So, smile, diamond, mushroom... No. I messed it all up. I'm stupid. 1 was star, right? 1 star... Okay, here we go. Star, emerald, mushroom, smile. There we go. I don't think it actually played the sound or something of the vault opening. It should have. It might just be a little too quiet, which I can go increase the volume of that. But it should have played this sound. Okay, first off, there's a bunch of things that are wrong here, I realize. That should be sound effects world, that should be like 512. Does it actually play the open sound? It might not. No, Puzzle Vault open play. Okay, you did hear it. I'm just running on 0 hours of sleep, so yeah, ignore me. Yeah, UPnP never worked for me. Yeah, that's one of the issues with UPnP is like, it's very unreliable because people with different routers and different network settings, it's like, it might not work for everybody. So it's not really a reliable way to do it. I punched through and so relays are the only way I've gotten networking working on Godot without Steam. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna, you know, have a guide for how to port forward. It's really not that hard. And honestly, for just dedicated servers, that's a pretty standard practice anyways. It's almost always a requirement. I don't know if I've ever hosted a game that I haven't had to port forward for. So I think it's okay. Yeah, I don't know. If it's good enough for Minecraft, it's good enough for me. And we can always keep like researching solutions and maybe if we find a better way to do it, but yeah. Can the trading dummy receive effects like poison? No, so the training dummy does not take effects. I probably could change the training dummy to take effects, but it does get kind of tricky because the problem is that the training dummy is a building. He's not a entity. So if I do make him take effects, like I'm gonna have to reprogram or like basically duplicate the whole effect system for just him, which kind of sucks. I mean, one possibility, this is a stupid idea, but I could spawn in a temporary entity and then I can just like, you know, I don't know, it's gonna be a little weird. It's probably not. I could like spawn in an entity and then link the training dummy to the entity so that you can still apply like effects and stuff to the entity, but it looks like it's just the training dummy. It's just a wild idea. I don't know, man. It would not be good. Yeah, they're doing it all manually, having a hustle sort of sets it all up for you. Yeah. I think that's really the two options, right? Unless I do some wacky stuff. Yeah, poor dude at the motor building. Second class citizen, yeah. It's okay. He enjoys it, guys. Don't worry. See, his mouth goes away from the eyebrows, so he's like... It's taking too long to mine these. Ooh. I do like that I randomized all the faces. It's kind of fun, you know? There we go. Is that all the faces? I thought there was... Yeah, the one we're missing in here is the neutral face. Let's build that really quick. I know I'm messing around, guys. Sorry. God. Still have to last like 3 hours. Yikes. I don't know if I'm gonna survive a full 4-hour stream today, guys. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I am I'm pretty tired. I can feel my brain just chugging, trying so hard. Okay, anyways. Let's see. Well, that should be good. Oh yeah, I made that unshaded. Yeah. Let's just dive into this dedicated server stuff. Okay. So now how do I actually export it? Right? Do I just create another, like, right, like if I go to export, like how do I actually do it? Do I just create a new preset? Just do Windows and then call this one like server or something? Yeah, I don't actually know how. I know I can go to features and then I can add encryption, scripts. Export as dedicated server. Maybe that's what I want to do. So it's going to strip visuals on everything. It's probably going to cause issues, but I'm curious to see what happens if we do that. Okay, so this stuff should be good. File version. Worry about that later. I'll go back MBG. So I guess I need to have another build for this now for the server. Well, it's really inside of Windows, right? You know, I know that some games have like the dedicated server is like a separate thing. Like this, there's like abiotic factor, dedicated server, and all this business, right? 7 days to die, dedicated server. Maybe that's something that we can set up with Starground. I don't know how you actually do that. I think you just, I think there's some way to create like a tool variant of the game, kind of like with soundtrack stuff. So, I'm probably gonna make it a separate download just so that people don't have to also install the server. Because it's annoying. It'll double the game file size, so. Having it be a separate thing is probably going to be the play, but I don't know yet. That one's 16 gigs, it's huge. But yeah, a lot of games on Steam have it just as a separate, like, install. So, I mean, a ton of these. And even, like, newer games and stuff with, like, modern practices, so it's probably going to be the play. I need to look into how to do it. I don't know how. Let me take a gander. Because I know, like, we did it recently. In Steam, there's, like, a button that's, like, create soundtrack. There might be one that's, like, create tool or dedicated server or something. I don't know. I don't even remember where it was. It's unreleased tracks. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up. And I guess we're gonna need like a Windows server and Linux server. Which is fine. Yeah, I think I go to all associated packages. Tools. Here we go. Okay, I found it. Tools are used for adding separate related content to Steam that may not make sense to include in the base package, such as a modding SDK or dedicated server. You can create up to 2 tools. So, that is what we will do. I should be able to get that set up. It's just a nice, quick, easy, secure way that like people can download the server pack or the server exe or whatever. Obviously, we're gonna do that later, make sure that this stuff actually works, but Yeah, I think that's gonna be the play. Here, this one will go inside of the Windows server. Strip visuals is probably going to ruin everything, but we'll see. I'm curious to see just what happens if we do this, right? What is export console wrapper? I probably want that to be on release also, because how else am I supposed to see like what the server's doing without the console open? It'll just be hidden. I was just complaining I don't have any like templates. No export template. So one here. Oh, there we go. Cool thing with tools is that you can download them through the Steam API without having to own the game. Oh, that's interesting. So you can set up as many dedicated servers as you want without having to download the bot game directly. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's interesting. So you don't have to own the game, really? Yeah. I guess there's a minor risk that comes with that, because theoretically it would be pretty easy to modify this server version to make it not the server version anymore. But if I'm excluding all the assets and stuff, it's just going to be a nightmare to actually set up, so it might be okay. Godot editor. We want template windows. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try. It's just that there are some things in the game that do depend on like having the assets. Like specifically with like building a weapon sprite. Now, I don't think any of that matters on multiplayer, so hopefully it'll be fine. But I don't know. I can't say for sure. So we're gonna try exporting it without any visuals. We're gonna strip all visuals, but I don't know. We're gonna find out. So should I call this Starground _ server? Probably. Just so people know it's different. Okay, let's try this. So, did I just say export project? Yeah. Then export with debug, I think. That's what I want to do. Save. Failed to copy export template. Oh, maybe I just don't do the debug. Because I don't have that template actually specified. Yeah, probably. I think it's more plausible that someone illegally downloads the game from someone that's bought it and cracked it than from... Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really worried about it. There's no point in ever worrying about that because people will always find a way to get it anyways. Being all like, oh, I have to be careful about my game being slow. It doesn't matter, right? Yeah, what am I like trying to base it around? I'm probably gonna have both a Windows and Linux server, just so that like, you know, there's no compatibility issues. We're gonna duplicate this template and then do the same thing for, you know, Linux. But right now we're just gonna test it on Windows really quick, see if it works, and then go from there. Oh my god, I feel my eyes dragging behind me. That's how tired I am right now. Shut up, I'll stop yapping about my tiredness here, sorry. Pirate downloads aren't even lost sales anyways. Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't really matter, right? I feel like any people playing the game is a good thing, regardless of whether that's a a valid copy or not. So there's always a chance that they end up finding the full game anyways. I do notice that sometimes, like, you know, where somebody grabs the game as a pirated thing, eventually they stop updating the pirated version or something, and then they decide to buy the full game because they're already in the middle of a game or whatever, a save. So it's definitely possible. Well, there's so many multiplayer bugs. Multiplayer is really hard. Another part of the reason is that it's just, compared to single player, it's way harder to test it. Because there's a lot of scenarios that are very weird and specific. Like, what if this player has slower internet? And what if, you know, there's just so many variables that go into multiplayer stuff. I have been spending a lot of time. This new update fixed a lot of multiplayer bugs. That was like the majority of the multiplayer bugs. I'm gonna keep working on like doing big multiplayer test sessions. I did one for this update and it was pretty helpful in just finding a bunch of bugs, so I will keep working on making multiplayer even better. But yeah, it's just hard. It's always been hard and it always will be the hardest part about it probably, right? So all right, well, we got Starground server. Let's just run it and see what happens. Oh, right. I need to get the, I just need to copy this over. It's not a big deal. Bop it. Okay, let's try it. I don't know, man. Hopefully what should happen is it won't show any visuals and it'll just open a console. But it does not seem to be opening any kind of console. So it probably just opened in the background, and now it is invisible. Unless it didn't open at all. Don't think anything happened. Might have to like run it as administrator or something. I don't know. We'll keep messing with it. Yeah, I could try opening it up from there. Because obviously this isn't really working. So let's just run Starground server.exe. Does it not work? Do I have to say run? Well, how do I run a file? I thought you just type in the name, right? Oh, duh. // yeah. Okay, it is showing the logs. Right, it did the stuff. Oh, Twitch isn't, yeah, right, it's probably trying to do a command. That's all good, I appreciate it. Okay, so I mean, it is working. We are gonna have to set up the text file and stuff to like actually configure the server and start a game and host it. So yeah. But that's not a terrible start. I might include along with this like a little file to actually run this and open up a command prompt maybe. We can just create a little batch file really quick. Give me 1 second here, guys. I gotta make sure I don't have any private text things here. But yeah, batch file with Windows at least is just a funny little file that just runs a Windows command, right? So I'm just gonna say run starground server.exe, and that should be it. Or not run, I'm just gonna say /. You get the idea. You get the idea. Now I don't know if it's gonna open up a command prompt, we will see. And let's resave this. This is a text file right now. as a batch file. It had pause after that. Yeah, that's true. Let me do that. Just on a new line, pause. So it doesn't immediately close it. Linux should be done with .sh file. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'll have to figure out, like, I don't really have a Linux machine, so I can't, like, test Linux. I really should get Linux. I keep talking about it. Yeah. Okay, let's try this out. Dot is not a recognized command. Yeah, I was wondering what you meant by 9999999. Let's look it up. Windows run exe run command line. I'm just looking around and seeing if there's... I mean, I'm just looking here and it just shows like just the name of the file. Yeah, CMD and PowerShell are different. Yeah. So maybe we just need to do like literally this. There we go. Okay. We're gaming, guys. So I'm probably going to include this along with... Wait, does that just say pause? Those run pause command. Well, I figured it would just say pause. Huh, I don't know. Do I have to say and pause or something? I don't know. I gotta keep figuring this out. Let's try that. Just say Starground server.exe and pause. See if that does anything different. I'm just making sure that it'll keep printing out console stuff because the program hasn't ended yet, but it's saying press any key to continue. But if you do that, it'll close it, right? Unless the server is crashing, but I don't think it is. So how do I keep it going? Do I just get rid of the pause thing? Is that what's causing issues here? The server is ending. It is. It's crashing. Well, hate to see it. I wish it would tell me why I was crashing. Can't I enable like verbose? Yeah, I think there's like a enable verbose output or something, so that I can see actually what's happening, like what it's complaining about, right? It could just be that I'm excluding all the different assets. I may have to not do that. Well, I have debug export on. Let me just add the template also to that one. Godot editor. Okay, let's try this again. So export, and I'll say export with debug. I don't know why I would need to do that, but whatever. Yes, override it. My computer, that, oh god. We good? Okay, editor crashed. Cool. Everything died. That's not crash, it was simply ending execution normally. I don't know why it would be ending execution, because I mean there's no reason to. Yeah, the stream did die for a second. I don't know what happened. My whole computer froze up and then Godot crashed, so just wasn't happy. Oh my god, I am so tired. Okay. Server. Should all be fine. Resources. Maybe let me delete the stuff that's in here already, because it seemed like that might have caused the issue. Export with debug, save. It'll start packing. I think now that it's packed at once, it won't take as long. Okay, completed. What happens if you just drag and drop a save file on the .exe? Well, I mean, what I'm gonna do probably is have like a... I don't know how I'm gonna format. We're gonna have to figure out how the server stuff is gonna be formatted, but imagine we can just drop a save file in here that it's gonna use as like a reference and just call it like world or whatever, or have a reference in this like server properties file to where the save is, just like a path. So we'll see. All right, let's try this again. Maybe it'll be okay now. I mean, it starts up, it does all the stuff, and then it dies. So let's try not stripping all the visuals just to see if that is the issue, because maybe it's trying to access some image stuff and it's just like, you know, it's not working. So let's see what happens here. I mean, the game is freaking tiny as heck. All of the assets in the game is maybe like... No, I don't even know. Less than 200 megabytes, so it's basically nothing. Doesn't matter if it comes with the assets. I just hope it doesn't like open up the GUI. We'll see. But I'm pretty sure it runs headless whenever that, so... first line of your bash file, put echo off. Okay. What does that do? I feel like I knew at one point what that did, but not anymore. Let's see, is it gonna crash? No crash, so... Yeah, excluding all the assets I think is causing some weird issues. Oh, it doesn't show it. Okay, yeah, so it just keeps it, yeah. I see, I see. Okay, cool. Well, the game is open. It's not hosting a server yet, but... Yeah. Oh, I can change the run command, add verbose to the end. Interesting. Can I, like, stop the server? I can't type things in here, which is kind of, not ideal. I thought that I would be able to type stuff in here. Is that because of the echo off thing? Like, if I turn that back on. Nope, you just can't type. Maybe that's not something that just works. Maybe I have to add that. We'll see. So you're saying add verbose to the end? Dash verbose. We can try that out. Let's see here. Whoa, yeah, so that gets pretty verbose. Yeah, it's pretty verbose. I mean, it might not be a terrible idea to have it be super verbose like this, just for, you know, making sure the server is all happy and fine. I mean, I asked it to go verbose, so I'm not complaining. But yeah. Yeah, I have to implement an interface for inputs. Well, it's not super necessary. I mean, I can probably... I don't know. I'll look into here and see if that's something that we can do. Okay, that is working. It's running headless. So now we just need to have like a file for all that stuff for when we're in server mode. Right. Oh, what is this? If you wish to use a custom command line argument. Oh, that's just saying like get user arguments for the command line argument. Okay. Okay. So this is how we're gonna know if we're on the server or not. And we're gonna want to make a new text file in here, I believe, and just call this, why not take a page out of Minecraft's book? Just do properties. Or what do we even call this? Just like settings? And that's basically what it is. So now we just got an empty text document. We're just gonna kind of autofill this with some stuff. Not autofill, but yeah, config.any. That's another way to do it. It doesn't really matter how we do it. I mean, I do want it to be kind of like almost JSON format or something. Can I load in an any file in Godot? Because I guess that's the question here, is like, I need to actually be able to load. Yeah, I guess we need to decide on a format for like the data for the server. I kind of want it to be like Minecraft, where it's just like a list of things. Yeah, YAML or JSON. It just depends on what Godot can handle easy. Godot any import config file. This is probably what I'm going to use because I don't care at all about security. I want this to be plain text, right? It needs to be, so if it's not, we're going to have issues. But this is probably going to be a good way to do it. It's just going to have a key equals a thing. I think that's basically what Minecraft does. And it just seems really easy to set this stuff and load it. I could do JSON, but I don't know. There is YAML. But I don't know if Godot supports YAML by default. Yeah, I think there's only a plugin right now. So I'd rather do something that's just a built-in like thing that I can access. So seems like, oh, see, we can even add a EULA. We'll have to do that. I'm gonna have to somehow know like what path that the server is running from, so that it's not like doing weird stuff probably. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Try slash or dash D. Okay. What does that do? Dash D. Oh, enables the debugger. Okay. Well, I definitely want that. Okay. Cool. So let's get this, let's start writing our freaking settings here. And I guess I'm going to resave this as a .ini file. Ooh. What is that even called? It's called a configuration file, right? C source. Coffee, C++, C Sharp. CSS. D programming language. What even is the format of a .ini file? I mean, it's just like, it's just an ini. Yeah, I can just do that. Do not dependency extension. Save. Now I got settings.ini. Let's delete the text file. Alright, so here we are. We're just gonna have some stuff of like for example, the multiplayer stuff, we're gonna need like IP, right? We're gonna need port. We're gonna need just stuff like that. I'm not gonna add a save file yet. We'll just do like a new world right now, just to test and make sure that that's working. But we just need IP port. What else are we gonna need? I mean, there's a lot of other settings that we're gonna have to set. Basically anything that you can do. Yeah, like max players. I would like to add all that stuff, but we'll get to that. Also, my apologies, guys. We got ads starting soon. I'll just do this. So 192.168. What is my computer's IP? Let's open up command prompt really quick. It is currently 1.19. Well, hopefully this will be what I want. Does this have to be in the format of like a string like this, or is it just gonna work? We'll see, I guess. Then I'm just going to create a new function in main. Oh yeah, whitelist. I would like to do that because it's something I've been wanting to do. And then we can also have another tag that's like require Steam or something, so you have to be like a verified Steam player. That way there's a way that you can like make sure that people connecting are like a valid person. So yeah. So I'm just going to say on ready after we do all the stuff here. Right here. So if we're a dedicated server, then we do all the stuff. This is where we're going to read our files. Using the Steam proxy network. This is probably just going to be with straight up like just the built-in Godot networking stuff that we already have working. Steam proxy. I can look into that. Yeah, proxy server Steam. Yeah, basically just peer-to-peer right now. Yeah. I mean, the game was never really set up to be server-based. So... But yeah, it's fine. I mean, I don't know. I would love to, maybe someday I'll spend more time in trying to make the server more like, not so peer-to-peer. But it's called Steamworks. Steamworks. Well, Steamworks is just like their API for stuff, right? It's just an account. It's just you be like looking at the documentation or whatever. Yeah, because I know there's like there's some multiplayer functions that they have in here. I'm doing this all through Godot, right? So it's like I'm just kind of using whatever I can get. But yeah, I presume you're talking about like maybe the game server. Something, one of these maybe? I don't know. I think a lot of the networking stuff in Steam is for like matchmaking servers, which we're not really doing with Starground. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'll keep looking into it though and see if there is like a way that I can make it, I don't know, change out the server hosts. I do want to be careful though, because obviously it's already so complicated with the with everything. I don't want to make it even harder. Now, okay, something I need to know here is how do I know where this is being ran from? This this file. Yeah, best to just stick with one, I think, and don't do multiple. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I'm not planning on like, I do want to at some point spend way more time like really diving into multiplayer stuff, especially as we finish the game and we're in release, because I want to get the multiplayer pretty stable. I don't know if I'm fully going to swap over completely away from peer-to-peer just because it's very kind of core to how the game is built, but at least we can like change it to make it work better for dedicated server stuff like this. I mean, Starground's never going to be the kind of game that you play with 20 people. It's just not really designed for that, but at least we can get some nice dedicated server stuff, just like 4, 5, even 6 people, right? There's no real player limit, but can I do this OS get executable path? Is that like what I'm looking for? That might be what I want. We'll print out what that is when we do it. So I'll just say print our executable path. I'll just say var path is that. And then I'm gonna say load config plus oh, is a config file is just a CFG file. What even is the format of this thing? Okay, it's using any style files. So basically it doesn't matter, it's going to be an any file. So just call this settings.any. Then I'm just going to print error, and then we're going to print the path, just to make sure that this is all working. Oops. So this should read our settings file and then figure out all this stuff. So let's try exporting again. server, export, and let's take a look at what is happening here. It'll be fine this time, right? It won't crash? We're good. Maybe it was at least 3 or 4 dedicated servers, yeah. I've done quite a bit of dedicated server hosting stuff. I've got 2 Minecraft servers running on my, like, I have another separate computer for servers. I just call it my server, but yeah. So, you know, I'm pretty familiar with how Minecraft does it. I haven't really done a lot of dedicated server stuff in many other games before, other than Minecraft. I think I've done it in maybe 7 Days to Die before. I don't know, I just haven't, because a lot of those games, like, it's really easy to connect through Steam. So I just haven't ever bothered actually creating a dedicated server, because I just don't really need to. But, yeah. Okay, let's go see what this prints. Okay. Did it print anything? I can't see because it's too verbose. Let's make it not so verbose. I don't think verbose really helps. I mean, it's cool to be able to see all the stuff, but then I can't read anything else, so we're just gonna do that. Yeah, I removed the verbose. Call Minecraft servers around you haven't invited us. I don't know. It's kind of, well, one isn't really like a server I'm playing on, and then the other is like a private Minecraft server. I don't know. I would love to do another like public server, but I guess the problem with that is I have to pay money for it, which kind of sucks. So I don't really want to give out my personal IP. I know it's my public IP, but you know, just better not. Better not have that public. Well, I don't think it worked. Because it didn't run this. It definitely should have printed something. But it doesn't seem to work. Unless I'm just doing something wrong. I mean, maybe I am. You can use a dedicated server feature tag. I don't know why it doesn't work though. I don't know, guys. It didn't do anything. So, hey, Cheese Lord, welcome in. How's it going? Private sounds like a ton of legal stuff in there, yeah. yeah. No, we've been just playing on a vanilla world. It's been fun. Honestly, I haven't really had a lot of time to play on it anyways. I just try and, you know, get a little bit of time on here and there. But yeah, it's been fun though. I would love to like do a big Minecraft server, but it's just like, like I said, I only really want to give my IP out to people that I trust. But hey, if you're interested, if anyone's interested, let me know. Send me a DM on Discord if you'd be interested. I'm only gonna actually invite people that I would trust with my IP, but yeah. And that's not me like saying that you will get in. We'll see. I'm not sure. I have to consult with everybody about it, because who knows. Yeah, so does Godot have a built-in multiplayer solution? It does. It has the multiplayer synchronizer and spawner nodes, which are very helpful for getting it all set up. But yeah. You trust me? Club invite only. Yeah. I would trust you, MVG. Yeah, it's just a vanilla server. I wonder why this isn't printing anything, because it should be. I think it said there's a way I could run this. Like, if I go into here, customize run, I can add in an argument, so I can say dedicated server. And I'm pretty sure that will do it. So now when I just hit run, I think it'll just work as a dedicated server. But maybe not. Thank you for the cheese time, MPG. I think I broke everything. Really love breaking everything, guys. It's super fun. God dang it. Oh, we're live. Is it gonna run as the server or the client or what's going on here? Okay, it still opened up a GUI. So I don't think just running server works. Is it gonna run the server code? No. I don't know why it's not. I guess I have to add that as a feature tag and then say headless over here. And I think that's what I need to do. Yeah, that's how sanity, yeah. It keeps lagging my computer a bunch. Yeah, I can run a VPS for $5 a month and run the Minecraft on that, yeah. Yeah, I might. Who knows? I will see. Yeah, I mean, in the past I've like done it through like specifically Minecraft server hosters, but it might be cheaper just to rent from like just a plain old server, right? I will need to rent something with a high clock speed, but I mean, it's possible. I don't know, one of these days we'll revive the Minecraft server. Trust, firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh man, I am so tired. It's been a while since I've been this tired. What now? Okay, it did load though. Invalid operands object and string. I guess because the config file is gonna be. Oh, I put config in. Thank you for the hydrate. We need to do path. Okay. Let's go ahead and export this again. That's probably why it wasn't printing anything before, because it was just breaking and dying. So let's just say export project. Already exists. Yeah, whatever. Replace it. Yeah, 24-hour sleep stream. How wondrous that would be. Nah, it would ruin my reputation, I think, if I did that. Oh, I gotta be careful not to close my eyes for too long. That's some trouble opening. Okay, let's try running this. Whoa. Whoa, guys. All right, it worked. So what did it print out? Error. Which was number 7. File not found. Okay. It's fine. Oh. Settings.ini. So what was the path that it printed out? We got build Windows Server Starground server.exe. Right, that's going to be grabbing the executable path. I don't really want to get that one. Well, that's fine. Yeah, I just want the working directory, right? Can I just say get working directory? Let me light this up. Someone asked about it a while ago, but get executable path. Oh, get base dir. So that should return the base. Let's try this again. This better work. What helps with tiredness? I think maybe it does, yeah. Ugh. Okay. Did I click play? Of course I did. Of course I did, guys. Of course I did. It's really laggy. I don't know why it's so so quirky. Probably just need to close maybe some of the billion tabs I have open. Probably help a little bit. Yikes, I can't open main menu. All right. Let us close the other tab so it's not dying. Export again. Server, export project, bop, 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 save. Okay. Give me 1 second. Message. Okay, let's try this again. So it should just print out whatever's in there, which right now is just the IP and the port. So let's see what it does. Okay, so this file wasn't found, but I don't know why. Build Windows Server. Oh, duh. I have to say slash settings any. These freaking strings, man. Okay, so on this config file, I think what we need to do is like, there's set value and save, and then if we load it, we can say get value. So I'm just gonna say, is there a way I can like loop through it, or just I have to go one by one? That's fine. But I'll just do this. So I'll say, if error is equal to okay, then that means that it was a success. So I'm going to go ahead and just say print config.get value. And I want to get section, key, and string. Default value. Default value. Well, I don't know what section. I guess it's just going to be nothing. I'm not really sure. Then we're going to get IP, and default value is going to be the star value. So hopefully that'll work. I don't know if it's going to actually work. Let's see. Keep opening the game. It's just it's just habit. Okay. So let's go to export again. Export project. Save. It was fun. It's oh yeah. So I'm going to bed. Sounds good. But thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. And I really appreciate all the help with the dedicated server stuff. So thank you very much for that. But yeah. I'll definitely be looking into some more Steam specific stuff with the servers, but yeah. Let me know if you've ever got like other suggestions on stuff, like how you would, best practices for server stuff. Do let me know, because I am kind of going into this for the first time ever, so I don't really know what I'm doing. Starground MMO when? Yeah. I don't know. Okay, it printed out a star, which it's not supposed to do that. Maybe what we need to do is save a file just so that we know like the format that it's supposed to be in. So I'm probably going to do that. So I'm going to say this just so like I know. I'm going to say config dot set value section key is IP, and value is going to be a string of like that, just so I can like figure this out. And I think you have to say config.save or something, and then the path. Yeah. Okay, let's try that. Export, export, save, export. Okay. Luckily, it doesn't take that long to export these. And it's cleaning up temporary files. We're good to go. So let's run it again. It should make a file, supposedly. So if we open this up, is it formatted correctly? Ooh. Okay, so that is correct, I think. And yeah, IP is going to be a string. That's probably part of the issue of why it didn't work. So that should be okay. Okay. I mean, it seems like I'm setting it right? There's no like weird spacing here. It's just, oh, it's also equals. It's not a colon. So that's probably part of my issue. I'm just stupid. So now I think I can say like a IP value is equal to that. All right, so IP value is a string, and then we also got port value down here. So say port value is equal to that, which should just be the default port that I have set, which is going to be 4433. Port. Okay. So we're getting there. Now, I'm also just going to go ahead and say load game, right? Well, I guess we say start host. Because I think, like, okay, when we go ahead and say, like, new world and all that business, I'm just going to say start host with all that stuff. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. So just say start host. Now, what are the settings here? Is multiplayer and the save path. Now I'm just going to set null as the save path because there's none right now. I'm going to say true because it is multiplayer. So this theoretically should set the port and IP and then start a game. I don't know if it's going to work, but it'll be interesting to see. I got all these freaking... So let's try it out. Let's modify this so that we have a port. Port is 4433. Okay. Here we go. Is this going to be the first dedicated server test ever? It's packed. Let's go ahead and load it up. Let's also launch the game. Let's see what happens if it loads a save. Oh, it's generating the world. It worked. The server is loaded. I don't know what's going to happen here. If this is going to work or not. I don't know. That's the question, right? That's the question, but so far so good. I don't know, man. Let's try it out. Multiplayer. Localhost. Now, one thing is that if I'm hosting, I've had this happen before with Minecraft and stuff. When you're hosting a like public server or whatever, it doesn't like work when you connect locally. I don't know why. There's probably a reason why, or there's probably a way I can get around it. I don't think it's the wrong port, but I think I just have to change the IP to star, and it should work. normally what you'll do is just connect with the public IP and all that business, right? And that's how you actually connect. So, but let's see if this works. So I'm just gonna run this again. And it should start loading up the save. And now since it's on every IP or whatever, it's just, I should be able to just join locally. So I'm doing something wrong in here. It says manual connection is false. Well, that's not true. It shouldn't be. I think I just have to say manual multiplayer is true. That's probably why it's not working. So hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's make sure that is set to true. I don't know if I can use that as the IP. We'll keep messing around with it. Let's re-export this though, because I'm pretty sure that I have to say manual multiplayer is true. That's probably why it wasn't working. Let's see. Re-export it, and we will try this out. Comedic genius, I know. Totally intentional. It's super cool and funny. All right, let's try this again. Run. Didn't actually need to close the client, but whatever. Thank you. Oh, see, now it's like asking for permission to, you know, do the stuff. Godot engine. So I've allowed it. Now we see. This could be it. And then what we're gonna try and do is, I'm gonna like host it the normal way, so I'm gonna connect with my public IP and like, that'll be like a real test of whether this is gonna work with other people. Okay. Here we go. That's a good sign, that's a good sign. All right, so first step is complete. Now, you might see the server has a player, or the dedicated server has a player. That is not supposed to happen. And it's an easy fix. We basically just have to say, before we create the player, you know, make sure you're not the server. Make sure you're not a dedicated server. So I think we just go ahead and do that in start host and stuff, because in here, that's sort of where it handles all that. We say initialize game. Well, this business, I think we say load game, and that's where it does it. And since it's null, it's gonna go down here. It's gonna say add player. So I'm just gonna run it in here. Just gonna say, yeah, if server, then all that stuff, and then I'm just gonna check this. I'm gonna say, if it's a dedicated server, if ID is equal to 1, then return. Just don't spawn into any player. So, yeah, there's gonna be a couple spots like that where we're gonna have to run through these like specific settings and make sure the server isn't doing any funny business, but shouldn't be too bad. So that'll just stop the server from spawning a player. Now, I think the game will still run okay without a main player for the server. I can't say for sure, though. So we might still have a lot more work ahead of ourselves. I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully we don't. Nobody wants to work more. So let's export that. And this time, let's go ahead and try and do like a public server or whatever. Not a public server, but, you know, with my public IP. So I'm going to link this to my local computer's IP. Close that. Do that. Now we're going to... let's see here. That should all be good, so let's see, this got exported. Yep, we're good. Okay, run this. Then now when I join on here, I am going to need to join with my public IP, so I'm gonna have to hide my screen, guys. Looks good. World fully loaded. I noticed that also on the server version. It's interesting, but it seems like the world loads really fast. I mean, it makes sense because it doesn't have to deal with any visuals, but yeah, something I noticed. I can try connecting with a different device just to see. It should be fine, but all right, I'm gonna hide this, guys. Give me a minute here. We're gonna see if this works. I hope it works. Unless I did the wrong IP for my computer. I need to go double check that I didn't. No, I did. So I probably messed something up. Wonder what I did wrong. 9. I mean, I don't know what the deal is. I mean, maybe we just need to set that to star. Maybe. I think it should work though. Because I did this when we were doing like multiplayer testing stuff. It seemed fine. I can't close this. I'll just close it like that. Let's try this now with that set to star. Look away. Sorry guys, I don't want to spoil my IP address. It's a secret. Let's see if this works. Well, does not seem to be connecting anymore. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Right, I mean, what's the default IP that it's going to be setting here? Stop and ready. It's going to set it to default by star and then 4433, which is the default Starground IP. I mean, theoretically, everything is proper here. But I'll just try connecting with localhost for now, and we'll keep trying to figure out why that doesn't work, but that might just have something to do with yeah, see, now it's just me. There's no server character, so that's good. Now, I've never tested the game, obviously, on a dedicated server, so there might be bugs, but theoretically, it should just be the exact same as playing normally on manual connection mode. So, and this is the nice thing about having the dedicated server be like basically the main game, but just a little different. Because like when I make changes to the game and stuff, it just will work on the dedicated server. Like I'm never gonna run into weird problems where it's like two different versions of the game and things don't sync because it's the same thing. It's just a little bit different. Really, the only difference is just saying like, okay, grab your save file from a different location. You're running the exe from a different location, like, but that's it. Like, it doesn't really technically change much. So. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's not happy. Plant sprite on base object null. Plant.texture. What is this inside of? This is a set of farm plot. Is that our first bug? Just thought of something? Yeah, what's up? Yeah, we can't find plant sprite on a base object of a null. Actually, why is that running? Because we don't have a seed set, don't we? So of course it's going to return nothing. I think that's just a bug. I have to say if recipe. I stayed connected to the server. Is this real? Nope, there we go. Yeah. Just about as I thought I was dumb. No, it's all good. You're already doing version checking. So I kind of am. I am saving the version inside of like the world file and stuff, or the save, like when you save the game. So I am able to check what the version of the world is and stuff that the people are playing on, but I've been trying to think how to do the version checking, because the problem is that I need the client to connect to the server in order to sync data and say, hey, this is my version, right? So I don't know like how to do that before you connect, if that makes any sense, right? It's possible to do that with Steam because you can have like a lobby tag. Steam has a thing where you can put in info in your lobby so that like you know what version you're on and stuff, right? But with like just manual multiplayer stuff, you can't really do that. You have to like connect first and then check and then disconnect if it's wrong. So I haven't implemented disconnecting if the version is mismatched. And also one of the reasons why I haven't done it too is like a lot of the times versions are kind of cross-compatible, especially smaller like bug fix ones. Now, I don't know, it's tricky. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do it. Because with how Godot is set up with the multiplayer and synchronizer node, whatever, as soon as I join, it's going to start creating objects for the client before they've had a chance to actually check if they should, right? So, that is kind of a problem. I don't know. But I don't know. If anybody has ideas on how to like do the version checking stuff with the built-in spawner and synchronizer nodes, do let me know. But it's been something I've been thinking about a lot because I really want to spend more time on multiplayer stuff. Multiplayer sucks, but you know, it's a pretty important part of the game. So, oh, you know why the multiplayer wasn't working, by the way? Because I wasn't port forwarding. Duh. I didn't port forward my IP, so of course it's not gonna work. I bet if I went ahead and did that and port forwarded it, then it would have been fine. So we can do that. Obviously, I'm not gonna show you guys my router panel, but I can log in there and we can get that set up. Yeah, I always forget about that, but hopefully it won't be an issue anymore. So we're going to close out of all this and we're going to try that again. In the settings, I'm going to change the IP back to, right, my computer IP. Like that. And I want to be port forwarding 4433. Apply. Now let's give that another try. So, Starground, yeah. So if I run that and then we join again, hopefully it'll be fine, and then we should be able to connect from other devices too. I theoretically should be able to connect from the Steam Deck. I mean, I haven't changed, like, this. The Steam Deck is in the new thing here that we're working on, but it should be the same, I think. Or at least close enough to run. I got all the stuff for my Steam Deck also. It's all kitted out, guys. I'll have to show you. Okay, so let's try connecting. Don't look. Don't look, please. It's a special IP address you're not supposed to see. Yeah, it worked this time. So that was the only issue with that. Good to know that it's not all broken. Check out the new Steam Deck, guys. I got a screen protector on there. I got a case. We got a gray case. It's like made out of silicone. It's nice. It's like, it's not too big and bulky. I got the case because I don't want to break it. And I got the screen protector because I do not want to scratch it. So yeah. It was kind of expensive, so... It is a nice little device, you know, it's got an OLED screen and stuff. I wouldn't mind watching movies or something on it. I don't think the speakers are that great, but... it's okay. Yeah, let's test this out. So, you'll be able to just join from here. I'm gonna have to type in the big long IP, but that's okay. I think the Steam Deck, because I got the OLED model. I didn't get the one with all the fancy Steam like stuff that you get. There's one where like you pay an extra $100 or whatever, and you get like a Steam profile that's all gold. It's basically just a flex. I did not get that. One of the reasons is because of the matte screen. I didn't really want a matte screen because it's really hard to put a screen protector on that, and I think it's just gonna look odd. I kind of like the glossy screen, so I didn't end up going with that one. Yeah, I like the gloss. I mean, I'm used to it with my phone and stuff. But yeah, it set me back like, I think about $500. Somewhere around there. Now, of course, that is a business expense because I only exclusively use it for developing Starground. I haven't even used it myself yet. But if I do start using it myself or like using it for personal use, then I'll have to like reimburse or whatever the percent that I use it for personal. Like, because how it works is like if you use like, say that you mark off like a computer as a business expense, if you use it 50% of the time for business, then 50% of that price gets to be a business deduction. At least I think. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So, I mean, so far it's been 100% development of Starground, but so, I mean, there's no issue. But if I do use it for personal use or whatever, then I can just undeduct it. I don't think the government would really question whether it's, you know, not a business expense. My Steam Deck is my main computer because my laptop broke in like January. Oh, really? It's got the OLED 1 terabyte, the dock, and a monitor. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just a desktop PC, so you could use it like that. I haven't, but yeah, it works though. Oh, I don't know if I can actually join or play it on here because it's gonna say like, I don't know, we'll see. Steam plus X, okay. Yeah, it's saying, hey, you're already logged in on another account. You can't play anymore. That's okay. Well, I won't be able to open up the game on the Steam Deck, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. I can see all the new art now. Major update. Tephra is a brand new dungeon in Starground. Unlike the lab on Enceladus, Tephra is an entirely new planet that can be completed simultaneously as Enceladus. I don't think you need to deduct it or something like that. Yeah, I mean, you probably only need to do that if you go into it knowing that it will also be a personal asset or something that you use for fun. But yeah, I mean, it was used for work. I mean, it's not like it wasn't. I don't know. Obviously, that's like a question for my accountant. I'm not going to do anything illegal. But... I think it's pretty reasonable. I mean, I think the general rule most of the time of what they always say to follow is like anything that you can argue for is a business asset, then you can deduct, right? So image like, yeah, this game is it's an automation and dungeoning combo. So we're just testing dedicated server stuff, but you can mine, you can collect resources, you can go to the dungeons and battle enemies. Yeah. You know what this is actually going to be really good for too? Is being able to test like stuff having this in the output. Also, I think this is one of the new tracks, yeah. Because I'm a client right now, but like it's all like it's gonna run all the stuff through the console or the output or whatever, which is actually kind of useful because then I can see if there's any weird bugs or crashes. Whoa. Oh, I think I had 2 servers open by accident. So it's saying, you can't do it because there's already one open. And so it's like, I can't get a unique ID. I just need to close that. I do need to be careful about accidentally opening 2. I do have to see, it might, I have noticed, I don't know why, but, sometimes I've noticed that, like, if I open 2 versions of Starground at the same time, then it will, freak out. And I don't know why. It's Mage Log, thank you for the follow. Might buy it a bit. Well, I would appreciate it, yeah. It'd be awesome. Let me know if you, how it goes. I'm happy to help out if you're running into any issues. Would workplace entertainment work as a valid excuse? Something like I bought a whole new server to use as a Minecraft server because we do little Minecraft playtimes with the workers. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say because like it gets complicated since my workplace is also my house. So, you know, a lot of what I am getting for the workplace is just for me. It's hard to say. But, I mean, you know, at the end of the year, I count up all the things that, like, I've, you know, personally classified as, like, a business expense and then just run that through, like, with my account and make sure that, like, it's all good. You know? For all the government agents listening right now, I'm not illegally deducting things off my taxes. Don't worry. I'm gonna get an audit now. I hope not. No, it doesn't matter. I mean, I have all my stuff. I don't think it'd be that hard. Yeah, if ever join Discord, it's a good way to like report bugs and stuff. It's usually the almost Adam, yeah. This whole time you're actually my FBI agent. Man. Well, I mean, I guess dedicated server support is working. There's still a lot more quality of life stuff that I want to do. Like I really wanted to add, like, there's a lot that we need, I think, to make this work. First thing we need to do is like whitelisting. I don't really want just random people to join. Now, okay, the way that Minecraft does whitelisting is that they have their own servers for player authentication. I do not have my own servers for Starground. So there's really not any super reliable way of like verifying players other than Steam. That is basically our server. So I'll probably have like an option that's like Steam whitelist or something just so that we can like verify that only people with specific Steam IDs can join the game. That's probably going to be the way I'm going to do it. And just be like, hey, do you have the right Steam ID? If not, then it forces them back out of the game. It kicks them. Or just rejects their connection or something. I don't know how I can reject a connection. There's probably some kind of way to do it with Godot where you like read it and then like maybe some function to reject a connection. I don't know. I know there's functions to disconnect specific peers, so. Imagine working for the IRS, literally the most powerful part of the government. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Yeah, I want to do that. What else do I want to add? Like, I mean, there's just going to be a lot of multiplayer quality of life kinds of things. Whitelisting and kicking people with a command or something is probably going to be the two biggest things. Just like player management. I also want to add in more variables like maximum player count. It doesn't ever really matter for like Steam stuff because you're just playing with your friends, but when you get to like a dedicated server, I think it's nice to have that ability. What I need to do is like just open up a Minecraft server properties file and kind of read some of the keys because, you know, maybe there is some useful things in there. They do have like the Archon and stuff on Minecraft. I don't know. I don't think we're going to need that in Starground, but yeah, I mean, this should be working. I can go ahead and also build this as a tool then, right? Like, so that you guys can download it separately. It's probably going to be the best way to do it. I will talk to Graham about it probably, but I think that's going to be the play. Not always copy Minecraft. Kind of real, yeah. Yeah. Like, whenever I run into like something like that where I'm like not sure the best format to do something, I usually just kind of do what Minecraft does. I mean, Minecraft isn't the most technically sound game ever, but I think I'm just very familiar with Minecraft, so it's easy for me to frame things off of that, where I'm like, okay, Minecraft does its servers like this. It might not be perfect, but it does work and I understand it, so. But yeah, cool. Well, it's really cool to have dedicated servers for Starground. I mean, honestly, it's super easy to add. I didn't expect it to be that hard. There's going to be quirks that we're going to have to figure out over time, I'm sure. You know, these things never really go that quick and easy. It seems like everything's perfect and wonderful, but then all of a sudden we're going to get hit with some nasty issues, so we're going to see. But yeah, it's cool though. I didn't expect to get this done so quick. But man, I am freaking tired. I think I might call it at 3 hours. I'm gonna go as long as I can, but we did hit the minimum 2 hour mark. I can go for a little longer, but as soon as I'm done, I am going to instantly fall asleep. I feel it in my brain. Because I'm so tired. I'm gonna doubt simplified Dwarf Fortress mechanic, yeah. Man. Well, I'm glad that I based all of the stuff in the game already kind of around the server/host of the game, because then it makes doing a dedicated server really easy. So that's good. One thing I'll probably want to work on is more like output messages, right? For like server stuff that happens. Just to kind of keep track of what's happening or if there's any weird warnings. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do for that. It's also good to have server logs just for like knowing what's happening on the server. Like when somebody chats, for example. I like how in Minecraft it shows the messages of players inside of the output. Just because, I don't know, it's nice to be able to read and like communicate with people from the server console without having to be in game. So I might add the ability to send messages inside of the server console. That's something I'm gonna have to figure out, is some kind of like checking for input. There's probably a way to do it with Godot, but I do not know. So Yeah, we have to figure that out. But we're getting there. Oh yeah, so I gotta mark down some bugs I fixed also, because fixed an issue where the puzzle room had breakable parts. Fixed an issue where the challenge chest could be broken. And also added dedicated server support. Now with that tool thing, I don't know if it's gonna be like the soundtrack where it has to be public for 2 weeks first or whatever. If it is, that's kind of annoying because I won't be able to actually put up the server build for a minute. But I can go look at that and see. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's gonna be the way to do it. Got the 2 tools there, yeah. We'll probably do that. I'm just thinking if there's any other way. I mean, I guess just for testing initially, we can go ahead and do, I can just put a zip up on, Discord. Oh yeah, the bus mod. Yeah, that's something I do have written down that I want to work on is the diagonal rotation. Because I know you were requesting that, so. Yeah, you're messing with the bus mod today. How's that going? Is it doable or is it a nightmare? Ugh. Bus not facing the road, but the rest is going. Yeah. Yeah, Oshik's working on a bus mod, which is awesome. Yeah, if you guys are working on mods and running into issues, please let me know. Oshik brought up a good point about like allowing diagonal rotation. It's not something I'll probably ever use in game, but I could see use cases for that though with modding. If you need to rotate something specifically on the diagonal, so I think it's important. Probably just kind of have some variable that's like rotation snap, right? So like normally that'll be 90 degrees so that it goes in like the cardinals, but then you can change that to 45 to go in the diagonals. So either is that the bus is like a Factorio train or something like that. So you can have a main bus of items, yeah. It's pretty awesome. Oof. God, I'm tired. I'm sorry that I keep yapping about being so tired, but it's the truth. So that if you rotate something by 360 degrees, you're right back where you started. Yeah. That is absolutely true. Yeah. That'll be cool. I've always wanted to do like my own mods for Starground. Because I just think it would be fun. I've got some wacky ideas that like definitely would not work in base game, but I feel like would be a really fun thing to do for a mod, right? It would be kind of funny to do like a drug mod. Obviously I can't add that in base game because then it changes our age rating, but I can do it as a mod and nobody will know. What I'll have to do is use like a secret like code name, you know? Like Small Girl Studios. And those are the people that release all the mods, so nobody knows that it's official mods. Not gambling mod. It'd be fun. I think that'd be a really easy one to add because you can just like add a research or whatever for different casino buildings, like the slot machine. Whenever you interact with it, it just spins around and, you know, picks a random thing and then chance to win. Blackjack. That'd be fun. Should totally do that. I love gambling. Scratch off tickets. Gorgeous girl games. Yeah. That's awesome. Oh, I am so tired. Well, guys, I really hate to do this, but I'm actually really starting to have a hard time keeping my eyes open. I'm like, I feel like I'm like this, where I'm like forcing my eyes to be open right now. You know what? We set out to add dedicated server support. We added dedicated server support. Right? I know it's ending off really early and I do apologize, but man, I gotta get some sleep or something. I'm very dysfunctional right now. I'm not very I'm having a hard time concentrating. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to do work for much longer. But yeah. I'm about to sleep in the Vero position. I am. I'm just about to just like fall asleep like that, just like sitting up. Honestly, it gets bad when like if I close my eyes for a little bit too long, it's really hard to open them back up. Where I'm like, and now it's like, you know. Nah, no sleeping stream. Sorry. I think it's kind of stupid. Well, you just sit there and sleep, and then people watch you sleep? That's kind of creepy also, like, what if I say stuff in my sleep, or what if I, like, do something weird in my sleep, you know? I don't know, man. They sleep with you? Yeah. Yeah, you just like set up all your channel point redemptions to be like random alarms and stuff that play. God. Crazy. Shoot, I think since we're ending early, we can raid Setelix, guys. Insane, I know. Yeah, it doesn't sound very fun. It'd be fun to wake somebody up as a viewer, but as a streamer, I don't think... It'd be a bad time. Especially when I'm in this state and all I desire in this earth is sleep. So, yeah. Well, we're gonna go raid Setelix because we never get to raid Setelix, but thank you gamers for coming to the stream. I do appreciate it. Again, sorry for ending off so early. I'm just so tired right now. I can't take it anymore. But I'm hoping that I'm finally going to be set on a little bit better of a schedule. Hopefully I don't get up at, you know, 8 p.m. now. I'm probably just going to take a nap and try and stay up late and then go to bed nice like 12 o'clock and get some good sleep so that we're set. Yeah, the MC Stuff server is for real. If you want to join, I can send you the IP and stuff. But I before I invite, I am gonna check though with everybody, with the people already on, just to make sure it's all cool. You know, I'm sure everyone will be fine with it. But you're also welcome to join Oshik if you want. But yeah, I don't want to throw too many people on. Keep in mind, we are like, you know, pretty late in the game. We already beat the Ender Dragon and stuff, but. You guys are welcome to join, but yeah. Yeah, it's just a vanilla server on the latest. I will let you guys know. I'm gonna ask about it later, but yeah. All right, we're gonna start this raid. Thank you, gamers. I appreciate it. We'll be live tomorrow, hopefully a little more rested, so that I can actually focus and do anything. Yeah. We got dedicated server support. It seems to be working fine. But I will probably put up an experimental build or something just so you guys can test, or just put up the file. It's the base game isn't even different. And then just have you guys mess around with it. So, yeah, let me know. But thank you for watching. Starground is on sale right now. 30%. 30 or 20? 20% off for the big new update. So feel free to check it out, guys. Now's a good time to get it if you haven't. It's cheap. They got new art and all that stuff. So yeah, thank you, gamers. Join the Discord if you want. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.